would just lay there. Oh, whoa! Oh! Right into an armbar!
Ladies and gentlemen, it's time to talk about a true legend in the world of mixed martial arts.
Running him over to his again. Can he get it? Oh my! And Demetrious.
A fighter who has not only dominated his division, but has also managed to climb the ranks and earn the title of the best fighter of all time. Yes, we're talking about none other than Demetrius Johnson.
Great Muay Thai.
Known as Mighty Mouse, Johnson has cemented his legacy in the world of MMA by breaking records and pushing the limits of what was previously thought possible. With his impressive skill set, lightning-fast reflexes, and unwavering determination, he has proven time and time again why he deserves to be at the top of any MMA fighter rankings. So sit back, relax, and get ready to be inspired by the incredible story of Demetrius Johnson, the greatest MMA fighter of all time. Background. But let's rewind a bit and take a closer look at Demetrius Johnson's upbringing. Growing up in a small town in Portland, Washington, he faced a lot of challenges from a young age. With no biological father in his life, he was raised by a strict stepfather who often resorted to physical discipline to enforce the rules. It was a tough environment, but Demetrius found solace in the love and support of his mother. Little did he know, there was more to his mother than he realized. When he was 15 years old, his sister dropped a bombshell on the family. Their mother was deaf. Demetrius was shocked, as his mother had never revealed this to them and spoke normally. It was then that he realized how strong and resilient his mother truly was, as she had been lip-reading all along to communicate with her family. Despite the challenges he faced, Demetrius was a natural athlete from a young age. He excelled in sports, particularly wrestling, and was consistently ranked among the top 3 wrestlers in the state. He even had the opportunity to wrestle in college, but decided to stay close to his family instead. Ultimate Fighter. It wasn't until he watched the first season of The Ultimate Fighter in 2005 that he discovered his true passion for fighting. He knew he had found his calling and wasted no time in pursuing it. He joined a gym and started training, determined to make a name for himself in the world of mixed martial arts. Fast forward to 2007, Demetrius Johnson made his professional MMA debut, and what a debut it was.
Nice elbows. Nice elbows.
Over the next 3 years, he had 10 fights in the lightweight division and not a single loss to his name. That's right, he achieved a personal record of 10-0 and cemented his place as a force to be reckoned with. It was clear that Johnson was destined for greatness, and he soon signed a contract with a promotion company, where he was pitted against the local contender, Brad Pickett, in his first world match. Despite Pickett's height advantage, Demetrius looked solid in the ring.
Pickett was trying to land that.
However, he couldn't handle the taller opponent's TKO blows. The 3 rounds were all very similar,
Ticked up here, latter part of the round. Flying knee.
ending with Johnson's unanimous victory. But the fight that truly put Demetrius on the map was when he stepped into the ring for the 51st tournament, where he went up against the undefeated Nick P. Demetrius skillfully jumped around the cage, charging with fast combinations,
Now he comes out with inside leg kicks. He's going full Muay Thai on it.
and breaking his opponent with knees in the clinch. It was a masterclass in striking, and he dominated throughout the fight,
Answers to the quiz right there. Oh, nice high kick.
ultimately winning by a unanimous decision.
Mighty Mouse Johnson.
In 2010, when he faced off against Norifumi Yamamoto, this was a highly anticipated match as the lightweight division had just transitioned into an absolute sensation, and the crowd was eagerly waiting to see their favorite fighter in action. Despite facing a strong Japanese fighter with an impressive record, Johnson proved to be a force to be reckoned with, constantly putting pressure on his opponent with his fast and effective combinations. Yamamoto tried to fight back, but was no match for Johnson's reactive knockdowns.
All Demetrius.
The Mouse dominated all 3 rounds, making his debut in the big league with a confident victory.
Here it is. And Demetrius is tapping out. It's all over. Big upset here.
Demetrius.
With his name solidified as a contender for the championship title, the 24-year-old Demetrius Johnson was ready for his next challenge. That challenge came in the form of a former champion, Miguel Torres, who had a height advantage of 15 centimeters over Demetrius. But that didn't stop the Mighty Mouse from persistently pushing Torres down to the ground level in every round.
With 5 minutes remaining. And Mighty Mouse looking for the takedown and gets it.
Torres' long legs proved to be a threat, but he was unable to finish any of his moves.
Guillotine attempt by Torres.
In the end, Demetrius emerged victorious yet again with another unanimous decision, leaving Torres dazed and confused.
Judges will render their decision. Great fight.
In 2012, history was made as the flyweight division of up to 57 kilograms was established, and the first ever champion was none other than Demetrius Johnson. The stakes were high in the mini Grand Prix, where Johnson faced off against Ian McCall, known as Uncle Horror, and considered a top MMA fighter at the time.
Are you kidding me?
And a fourth sudden victory round.
The crowd was on the edge of their seats as the powerful Mouse unleashed his machine gun-like series, constantly claiming victory.
Off the break of coming with closure all week, very loose in advance of the UFC debut. Demetrius grabbing the single leg and
Johnson was a master at waiting for the perfect opportunity to strike, preferring to open up in size.
mixes in an elbow inside. The ability to switch from
By the end of the second round, Johnson was leading.
can definitely be very.
The third round proved to be a challenge as he found himself under a hail of blows from McCall. Just as it seemed like Johnson was down and out, the final gong sounded, saving him from defeat.
Eating some big shots here. So the horn sounds on the first fight.
The match ended in a draw, and a rematch was scheduled to determine
Double leg here and he has it.
Huge right hand for Demetrius Johnson. McCall goes down. Johnson able to land, and what it is they're not allowing. Nice little spin. McCall trying to change levels and complete the takedown. And Demetrius Johnson trying to fight. Nice little right hand from Demetrius. Again. So
who would move on in the tournament.
Johnson.
In the final of the Grand Prix, Demetrius Johnson took on Joseph Benavidez and dominated from the start.
Oh, good right hand again. And he throws it just so accurately. Nice knees to the body.
Benavidez tried to counter but couldn't land any significant strikes. Johnson controlled the pace and was winning the fight, but in the championship rounds, Benavidez landed a huge blow. Johnson was in trouble but managed to escape a tight guillotine.
That one, as we said, Benavidez has this nasty guillotine choke.
He bounced back quickly
Look at that.
and delivered a brilliant round to secure the victory.
Demetrius Johnson has gotten better.
Oh, he certainly has.
Demetrius Mighty Mouse Johnson.
Demetrius Johnson by split.
In 2013, Demetrius Johnson made history by becoming the first champion in the newly formed flyweight division. He then embarked on a record-breaking title defense series by taking on opponents of his caliber. The first challenger was John Dodson, who was quickly knocked out by the Mighty Mouse.
Big left hand is out again. Looking to finish it right here.
But not all fights were easy for Johnson. In their fourth meeting, his opponent gave him a serious run for his money, knocking him to the canvas 3 times.
Back and assess the situation. Oh, that's a big left hand by Dodson.
Down John Dodson because Demetrius does.
Big punch again. He's hurt.
However, in the 5th round, Johnson focused on his favorite punch and ended up delivering a beating to his opponent.
Nearly 108 strikes landed by the champion.
There's plenty of time here. Again. There's one right to the face. Another one.
100 significant strikes landed.
Over and over again.
Despite some difficulties, Johnson managed to keep his belt. It was an action-packed journey for Demetrius Johnson to become the first ever champion in the flyweight division. After defeating the winner of Season 14, Tov Johnson, in his first title defense, he faced a tough challenge from the Rogue John Moraga. But with his class and skills, the Mighty Mouse dominated his opponent from the start.
If Johnson chooses to, he can get out. He did. He's got him. knee to the body.
and achieved a knockout victory, solidifying his reign.
Double wrist lock position, steps over with the right leg. This could be it. Just spin it for the looking for it here. He's got it. That's a champion. Demetrious.
As the year progressed, John Moraga climbed up the ranks, earning a rematch against Johnson. But the champ was too good, and he left no doubt this time around.
It's all over. Demetrius Johnson remains the UFC flyweight champion. Wow.
With his calculated approach and perfect aim, the Mighty Mouse delivered a devastating blow,
Caught him on the butt.
securing his position at the top. A special season of The Ultimate Fighter was organized for men from local organizations to fight for the chance to take on the champ.
He's spinning for the arms. He's got it. It's all over. Unbelievable. Oh, beautiful elbow. Down for the takedown again, and he's got it. Brings it to the center of the cage.
Tim Elliott emerged as the winner, earning the right to face Demetrius in the octagon. In the first round, Elliott managed to lock in a guillotine,
Elliott working hard on the choke here, Brian. Got his right thumb.
but the champ proved too tough to be submitted. Demetrius made the necessary adjustments and started to take control of the fight,
Now control the posture.
constantly taking the fight to the canvas and breaking down his relentless opponent. It was a grueling battle, but Demetrius emerged victorious once again.
To have this performance as that left arm trap near these shots count. Elliott tonight and immediate.
Adding another win to his already impressive collection. After securing 5 title defenses, he was on his way to repeating Anderson Silva's record. In a rematch against Henry Cejudo at UFC 227, Johnson came out on top,
The knee. Oh, beautiful with the knee to the body.
forcing the black belt to surrender with an arm lever.
Great Muay Thai to the body. Trying to finish it. And it's all over. Demetrius Johnson remains the flyweight champion. He's the best. Wow.
Later, he met with a young contender, Ray Borg, in a 5-round championship fight in October 2017. Mighty Mouse dominated the cage, and in the final stretch,
There was 12. Oh, and
DJ's fighting at his best. Oh, nice.
and he finished Ray Borg. That's the question.
he etched his name in history by inventing a move on the fly.
Just lay there. Oh,
Whoa.
oh,
Oh, he threw him right into an arm bar.
Borg
Gonna get
refusing
his
to.
arm
Oh,
out.
there it is!
That's it.
Demetrius Johnson!
Who's better? Who's better? Who's better? Who's better
Nobody.
wow.
This move, known as the charm bat throw, was a combination of a bend and a wrist lever that brought Johnson not only a statue for the best combination of the year, but also 2 consecutive record-breaking 11 title defenses.
You made history tonight for the most ever title defenses, and I don't think there's a doubt in anyone's mind that you are the pound for pound best fighter the world has ever known. Mighty Mouse, ladies and gentlemen, Demetrius Johnson.
1 championship. Demetrius Johnson's move to 1 championship raised many eyebrows in the MMA community, with fans wondering how he would fare in a new promotion. The former UFC flyweight champion proved he still had plenty of fight left in him when he entered the Grand Prix in the lightweight division. In his first bout, he faced a formidable opponent in Yuya Wakamatsu, who had an impressive record of 10 wins and 2 losses. The 2 fighters engaged in a cautious first round, with Johnson taking some time to size up his opponent. In the second round, the Mighty Mouse sprang into action, taking Wakamatsu down and dominating him on the ground. Wakamatsu tried to stand up to regain his footing, but that's when Johnson locked in a tight guillotine choke, leaving his opponent with no choice but to tap out. It was an impressive win for Demetrius, who proved that he was still a force to be reckoned with in the lightweight division of 1 championship. Demetrius Johnson continued his Grand Prix run by facing former champion Tatsumitsu Wada in the first round. In the opening 5 minutes, Wada managed to take the Mouse back, but Johnson managed to turn the tide with a series of strikes.
21-10-2-1, no punches.
He decided to focus on grappling and put an effort from the top, keeping an active pace.
Takedown here.
The levels, likes that kick, beautiful roll through. That was the most significant chunk of this match so last minute, and that's how you find that submission victory.
The match ended with a unanimous decision in favor of Demetrius, who then awaited a showdown with Danny Kingad, who had been on a 6-match winning streak. When Johnson faced Kingad, he immediately put his foot on the gas pedal, not giving his opponent a moment to catch his breath. Despite Kingad's efforts to stay in the fight, he couldn't handle the takedown from Johnson. The powerful striker dominated throughout the 15 minutes, putting on another masterclass for the Asian audience. After taking a break in recovering, Demetrius Johnson made a comeback a year later to face the best boxer of Thai style, Ratang Jitmuangan, and the reigning champion.
From the Thai athlete. Leg kicks. Left hand.
This fight had a unique set of rules. The first 3 rounds followed Muay Thai rules, while the last 2 rounds followed MMA rules. Despite the challenges, Demetrius refused to back down against Ratang's rapid-fire striking.
Body shot under 90 seconds remaining in the Muay Thai round. Can Ratang get him down there?
In the following round, Demetrius brought Ratang to the ground and showed him the ropes of mixed martial arts, eventually choking him out with a rear naked choke submission in the second round. This win earned him a rematch against the champion Adrian Moraes, who had already defended his belt against another opponent. The long-awaited rematch between Demetrius Johnson and Moraes took place, and it did not disappoint. In the 4th round, Johnson secured his victory with a flying knee knockout, becoming the one flyweight champion once again. Demetrius Johnson's remarkable achievements have earned him a place among the all-time greats of MMA. He's been at the top of the pound-for-pound list for years and has successfully defended his championship title 11 times against some of the best fighters. But the Mighty Mouse doesn't rest on his laurels. He's constantly seeking new trophies to add to his already impressive career. Despite some unexpected setbacks, Johnson remains steadfast and determined to reach new heights in the MMA world. If you enjoyed the video, leave a like and subscribe to the channel for more MMA-related content.
Oh my God! Brad Pickett, as he pointed out, running over to his. Huge right here. Can he get it?